It is 3 months since Football Kenya Federation controversially suspended its vice chairman Sammy Sholei. Sholei has broken the silence and challenged the federation to make it clear whether he was still a member of the national governing body.
We decided to take the rightful decision, channel of appeal, because according to the constitution, I think the aggrieved are supposed to do an appeal just in case a suspension is done. But again, the suspension that was slapped to us were not legal, because if you look at the procedures that were used to suspend the three of us, it's not rightful. That's why we decided to come back, and the reason again that we went quiet is we wanted to respect Kenyans, to give them an opportunity to run the leagues until the end. Now that the leagues are over, I think we have 3 months of appeals and pushings.
The former Tusker midfielder was suspended alongside Nairobi branch football chairman Shikanda and head of referees GMT Otieno for taking the federation to court in their bid to seek a court injunction of trying to stop the constitution to pass, which they think it is not good for the growth of the game of football in the country.
If you look at the constitution, that constitution talks about one person. It keeps on talking about the chairman, the chairman, the chairman. The constitution does not talk about the vice chairman. The constitution does not talk about the NEC members. The constitution does not talk about branches or even the sub branches. So this is a constitution that was put together by a friend of the chairman, and it was obvious because most of the time the constitution was being drawn, I was not involved. Every time a meeting was held, I was not involved. So at the end of the day, the reason why again we decided to go to the court is somebody slaps you with a document that you have not gone through, and a document that you have not approved. So getting suspended by NEC members, I think that in itself is wrong, because that was a meeting that was done by I think less than 5 people, not all NEC members. Number 2, I was not given an opportunity to explain, the reasons why I decided to go to the court. Number 3, the members of the sitting committee, which means 3 people from each branch. We have 20 branches right now. Those are the people who are supposed to decide whether that suspension should hold or the suspension should not be there. So basically, everything that is happening at the federation is just shortcut.
Sholei was elected as the vice chairman in the last year's nationwide football election by delegates, and due to a poor constitution which gives a lot of power to the chairman, the vice chairman is almost voiceless.
So what we are saying here is, we cannot sit out there in the dark not knowing what exactly is happening. We need to know our fate, and that fate has to be, we need to know the fate before the end of December. If we are still in football, then so be it. If we are not in football, then there are a lot of things out there to do. Yeah.
In the meantime, the first edition of the Joshua Ndero Memorial Boxing Tournament took place at the St. Theresa's Eastleigh Hall. A total of 10 bouts were witnessed involving Nairobi Boxing Club and clubs from the military wings. In the middleweight class, Joseph Onyango from Nairobi fell short of tactics while facing Nick Ambaka of Moi Forces, losing by points on 16-9. Another soldier, Fred Onyango, boxed Julius Okoth of Nairobi, bringing him down by a technical knockout. Bantamweight Kennedy Ambaka of military overpowered Timothy Okello by 3 points, as the only civilian to beat a soldier was Steve Wanjohi, who beat Patrick Owino by points. The bouts were organized in memory of Joshua Ndero, a legendary boxer and one of the developers of boxing in the grassroots. Manuya Kevin, GBS News.